It's a long-term plan for us here. We do want to progress the club as best we can, and we feel that with this reserve team it will push us in that direction.
We're on a shoestring budget, and we've got to give youth a chance. We've got to push that through. We've got to, give them an opportunity. Listen, if they go higher, they go higher. That's what we want to do. And like we said to the boys, we don't mind putting youth in. It doesn't matter as long as you're good enough.
I'm Nick Grindley. I'm currently overseeing the recruitment and the general running of the under-17s, under-18s and reserve teams, and also recruitment for the first team, offering the pathway that we do through the age groups. We've currently been accepted to enter the West Lancashire division for next year, which is what we always wanted to do, which is a great pathway for our boys, for the 17s, for the 18s. It gives them an opportunity to play men's football, but we can control that. So lads aren't actually going out other places, so we can offer the sort of pathway of going from 17s, 18s and control the sort of football that they're going to play at men's level, because sometimes it can be a little bit too much if they're playing 2 games a week or playing a Saturday and a Sunday. We can sort of manage that for them a little bit with our pathway of West Lancashire, North West Youth Alliance and North West Counties provisions.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant what Nick's done. It's credit to him. He's done a lot of hard work on it. Now we've got 17s, 18s, and the reserves. The pathway's brilliant, and it's competitive as well. It's not just it's not like they're not playing a good standard. North West Youth Alliance is a good level. Obviously the West Lancashire is a good level, and it's something that, to be fair, a lot of people can't offer, that Nick's now set up in the North West. So it's good, it's brilliant. The club's never been in a stronger position.
Obviously we've got a lot of lads here that have been released by academies. Obviously it's a completely different ball game coming to non-league football, so we feel we can offer that sort of divide between the two, where they can actually come and see men's football, the true standard they're going to play at. It's not like watching the Premier League or watching European football. This is the real side of football, where you're going to be this way, you're applying your trade, and hopefully we can help you then move on to play at a higher level. That's our aim, to get these good young lads in the area to come and play at this level, and then obviously move them on, which we've proved we can do it.
So now we're just going to be under one club, one banner. And that's what we've strived and pushed to do. Amount of times last season we've had 3 or 4 lads who haven't been in the 16, who we wanted to get some game time to, or coming back from injuries. It's perfect, it works well. And also the 17s and 18s are now getting men's football, which is vital. It's massive.
Got quite a lot of contacts in the area, with like the Blackpools and the Fleetwoods, and we think we're getting there. We're getting the players that we want to be involved at the club. We've had quite a bit of interest from lads around the Preston area. Our 18s last year, we had quite a few lads from Croston, from Preston. So we are branching out. Our new 17s joint manager, Mark Toppin, he's doing that with a guy called Nick Ruman. Mark's from around the Ashley and Buckshaw area, so that's another sort of feather in our bow, where we can hopefully get lads from that sort of area as well to come and play. So it's all looking really good. Like I said, keep going back to the pathway sort of cliche, but we feel that's where, as a club, what we need to do, because the lads get to 18, they've literally got nowhere to go. So then you just sort of branch out. Obviously at that age, some are going to uni, some are going to whatever they're going to do, get an apprenticeship somewhere and they find they can't play. But we can still offer, personally, if we get 3 or 4 lads every year stepping up to our reserves, and every year we had a new under 17s every year, and 17s step to 18s, then that's the pathway for us that we're hoping, will benefit them.
You're going to have a recruitment level every season, and year on year that's only going to get better. And like I said, I don't think the club's ever been in a stronger position as long as I've been here. Over the 10-year period. It's exactly what we set out to do when I first come into the club. It was a vision that we set out, and I know it takes a lot to tick certain boxes to achieve it. And obviously with the first team doing well now, we're starting to put them on, the club on the map a little bit more. We finished strong last season, and we've got to go one step further. And obviously with the 18s having the success they had was unbelievable. So yeah, everything's bright, and the future's bright now. Gabe, he's very busy, he's good, so lads will love him. He puts sessions on that link into what you want on a Saturday, and he's professional as well, so he ticks all the boxes. So yeah, I think it'd be quite a success here.
It's always very difficult because you're actually asking a manager to come in who may not know the club and know many players around the area, so that's where I sort of come in with the recruitment side of it. Obviously we've got Gabe in now, who's coming. He's got awful lot of contact, so he's contacted players for us as well. It's getting the chemistry right, really. I think with players, it's not a case of throwing a load of good players together. You've got to get your balance right, I think. And obviously with the reserves, it's going to be a case of a mixture of 17, 18-year-olds. Some lads will be in the 20s. Some lads will be in the first team, been injured maybe, but stepping down. So the reserves will be a constant sort of evolution of the team, really. It won't be a set team. It will be different players playing most weeks, I'd say. I speak to lads that have been released from academies on a regular basis, and that's the aim, to give these lads that sort of that footing to go and play, like I said before, on the real side of men's football they're going to see and they're going to apply the trade at. So that's what we wanted to create, really. So it'll definitely help us attract better players. I'm sure it will. Yeah, we obviously want to progress up the leagues if we can. We're starting in Division 2, the West Lancs, but for me and for the club, the winning is not the be all and end all. It's more the progression for the boys and what we can offer. For the boys heading towards, the first team. So obviously, no one comes to a football match and wants to lose a game. Obviously, we're not going down that road, but we actually, we do want to try and do well, but and say more focused on development really for the boys and getting boys ready for the first team. Basically, we want to give the first team manager problems. We want to give him a nice headache where he's not ringing around for players on a Friday night. He might have centre half, might cry off on a Friday night. He's thinking, right, we've got another 3 or 4 to choose from, not trying to ring around and get one. And that's a headache I want to create for him, where he's always looking at the lads we've got, and he's going to be heavily involved in that. I know he is. So he'll know the players. So it'll be a really good, also like a pathway again for our reserve team players to get involved in the first team for sure, because they will play in the first team. There's no doubt about it. Some of them will. So they've all got to be ready for that.